Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, Great Millstone, who teach very well. Where I learned this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. And today, just basically getting on the nature of Esau, man. Because a part of having that nature of Esau is being blessed with the sword. And not only just the old sword, the katana, a switchblade, but even the modern day sword, which comes in the form of a pistol or M16 or AK-47, or with this little girl is shooting. Because you have to realize the bringing up of Jake and the bringing up of Esau is two different things. You might take your son out there to play a couple shots of basketball, go out there and throw the ball a couple times. But how these devils bond with their children is through death and bloodshed. You knocked off your first deer. You know what I'm saying? You killed your first frog. You gutted your first rabbit. How these devils hunt for sport, but also these devils they hunt to bond with their children. This is a part of their blessing too. Because again, this girl she couldn't be no older than 7 or 8, and through her father, you know, he made her a master in weaponry. She have her own YouTube channel. It's called Autumn's Armory. But it's like Jake, how Jacob bring up their son to be a football player. They'll bring up their son to be a basketball player. It's even certain people bringing up their sons to be chefs and things like that, to be a lawyer. But this guy, he's bringing up his daughter to be a damn killer, man. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and start right here. This is the book of Genesis 27, and I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, in Esau, when you read up, it goes back into the blessing. It goes back into the beginning why Esau and his family and that culture is so fascinated with weaponry. Because their weaponry is something that the Lord blessed you with. It says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So Esau right here, he was screaming, at the top of his lungs, wailing to Isaac to bless him. Because Isaac had already blessed Jacob with the kingdom of heaven. Let's continue on. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And we can see that blessing being played out today. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Let's continue on. It says, and by thy sword shall thou live. Now right there, who do you know upon the planet earth who bring their children up? It ain't like they wait till he get a certain age. They actually bring their children up with weaponry. It's not no coincidence that a lot of these shooters, even the Columbine shooters, and they get the weapons from their parents. And it's not no coincidence once they hit the scene, they ain't missing no shots, because this is something that they have been practicing ever since they was a little lad. Let's go ahead and look at this girl into action just a little bit, man. As you can see, she has a target. I don't know how far the target is, but let's see her accuracy. Right there, her first couple shots, she's not missing. You can go ahead and go to the beginning of it.
Only two shots. Hit the camera.
Two is one.
And herself what she can do. But at the end of the day, it shows you that Esau is blessed with the sword no matter what. Let's go ahead and get the scriptures, man. Let's value on that. Because at the end of the day, we know Esau is blessed with the sword. So what he's going to do with that sword, he's going to cause rampage upon the planet Earth. You know, it's Revelation 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Now, right there, the word horse actually goes back into power, and that word red actually goes back into Edom. So that red horse is actually pointing at the fingers of the power of the Edomites, which we're at the height of the power of the Edomites right now, man. You know, it says, "And power was given to him that sat thereon." So let's see what he's going to do with that power, to take peace from the planet Earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that's Esau's blessing right there. And it shows you even today that all fingers is pointing at the Edomites of ruling today. Because, by the way, just the ICBM nuclear missile on the scene. That's a great sword that the Lord blessed Esau with. But even many swords come in the form of a jab, a regular sword, a katana, and even a pistol, which is a modern day sword that these devils use today from weaponry, man. All these things is pointing at you being the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because with your blessing, you don't bring peace upon the planet Earth. You don't bring relaxation. Everybody don't be in a calm mood. Once Esau comes out, once Esau comes there, and no, they're shaking in their boots. Because for the lack of better words, 9 times out of 10, once this devil come upon the scene, death is happening, man. Wherever he go, death follows. Let's get something to back that up. This is the book of Habakkuk 2, jumping down to verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. So wherever this guy go, death follows, man. Because death can follow him in the form of food, the food that he give you. Death can even follow in the form of the philosophy that he's going to push forth, man. It says, "And he is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." So this devil, he's actually trying to spread this death throughout the whole planet Earth. You know? And if you don't hearken unto that death or those evil ways, he's going to bomb you to hell and back. He's going to send a drone. It's not going to be a human in there. It's going to be a drone that's controlled by a nigga in Florida who's going to drop a bomb on you and fly back in less than 6 hours. Mission accomplished. This is the MO of the devil ever since he's been into power. But we're coming into a time when Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is going to take away this devil power, man. And a part of the Lord taking away this devil power is the Lord taking him out, man. Because ever since Esau have been in rulership, everybody have been suffering, man. Let's go to Psalms 73, and I'm going to jump down to verse 5. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." And right there, everybody pretty much upon the planet Earth is envious at the so-called white man. Why? Because he's in rulership. He's reigning. And if you're not mentally ill, everybody want to be a king. So everybody was once foolish when they seen Esau in power. It says, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm." So how was their strength became firm? Through their weaponry. Yes, through deceit, you snuck your way up to the top, but through that weaponry, through that sword, is how you made your strength firm. Because if anybody step out of line or talk the wrong way, you're gonna send that thing upon them. Again, it could be in the form of a little kid, man. Don't be surprised when Jacob's trouble come around. These devils train their Edomite children up to knock niggas off left and right, or even knock a lot of Democrats off left and right, man. You know. Let's continue on though. It says, "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." Yes, because they don't go through the same troubles that Jake go through. Jake want to make it into the NFL to, make it to the NFL so I can get my mama out the hood. He want to make it to be a rapper so he get his folks out the hood. And that's one thing that he was brought up with. You want to get your mama a new house? You gotta put more practice in. But these devils, they was brought up actually another way. You want to keep your family protected? Make sure you know how to shoot this rifle. And it ain't like these devils just shoot it sideways. These Edomites are deadly accurate with their weaponry. Why are they deadly accurate with it? Because they was blessed with it. Going back into Genesis, the 27th chapter. Let's continue on though at verse 6. Therefore, pride compassed them as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. And right there, that violence covering you as a garment is another form to say that's your uniform, man. Let's go into that word covered. Let's see what that word covered mean. That ain't what I want. But basically, through the uniform of, you know, through the uniform of this devil shedding bloodshed, even through the uniform of having the Navy SEALs or the Marines uniform on, if these foreign people see that, the first thing they come into their mind is somebody getting shot down, man. When the military come on the scene, it ain't like everybody is happy and shout. No, they are in fear because they know what's coming once this devil come around. Because it got to a point when this guy, he loved bloodshed. This is one of the things they get him off, man. Matter of fact, let's get this bloodthirsty man. This is the book of Proverbs. Salakia Akim. I think it's like 26. Yep. Proverbs 29 in verse 10. The bloodthirsty hate the upright. Because that's what these devils are actually hunting for. For lack of better words, you hunting deers and rabbits. They're just to hold them off because their eyes are really privily set against the poor. They really want to shoot down Jake and put their body parts into jars how they did back in the day. It says the bloodthirsty hate the upright, but the just seek his soul. And the reason why Esau hate us because we're prophesying the downfall of his kingdom. We're telling him that he's going into slavery. We're telling him that even the Lord hates you niggas, man. Matter of fact, let's get some to back that up. This is the book of Psalms 11, jumping down to verse 5. It says, the Lord tried the righteous, but the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, and everybody who come after the banner of him, his family, because even though Jake do wickedly, it's a such thing as the wicked, man. Esau is also known as the border of wickedness, which means he set the bar. It says, but the wicked in him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. And that perfectly explains the so-called white man. Because he's not only violent to the black Latinos and Native Americans, but even unto the animals. Word on the street, this devil, he just captured a bear and three of her cubs, and he split them up and broke them off, man. Plenty of things when Esau get a bear, he'll tie the mother bear up and he'll torture the cubs just to hear a sound or the frequency of the mother bear. You know, even veal. This guy, he got a perfectly good cow to butcher, but he'll rather get a calf because the meat is more tender. How sick can you be, man? This is a violent beast that's ruling through. I have to take this nigga out. And very soon will he do it, man. This is the book of Psalms 86. Please bear me, Akim. This is the book of Psalms 86. And I'm going to start at verse. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, I will praise thee, O Lord, my power, with all my heart. I will glorify thy name forevermore. For great is thy mercy toward me. And the Lord, he have mercy upon us now by giving us this word, by giving us this truth. But you're going to really know the magnitude of the Lord's mercy when all hell break loose, man. When people getting knocked down left and right and the Lord preserve you. It says, and thou hast delivered my soul from the lowest hell. And that lowest hell is not talking about what Satan dwell at. People think Satan dwell under the underground and Hades and All of a sudden, now you in hell, and the Lord gonna know that lower hell mean a low position, man, a lower state. Because hey, when we be in this lower state, watch how Esau treat you, man. You know, because hey, for lack of better words, Esau be nice to you because the internet is on and things like that. But watch when everything goes to shit and it be desperate times calls for desperate measures. You're gonna see how much Esau hates you. It says, "O Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, O power, the pride are risen against me. In the assemblies of violent men, in assemblies, that can be a family. And the family assembled together to knock you down to get your food, man. It says, in the assemblies of violent men have sought after my soul and have not set thee before them, because they're going to be doing it under the banner of Americanism. They're going to be doing it under the banner because they hate you. They know you got food and they don't. Or they just going to be doing off a GP, just a nigger in our neighborhood, and we need to take him out, man. Because you have to realize their hatred between Jacob and Esau have never went away. Just been in hibernation, man. But now you fast forward to 2023, it's magnified, whether you see it or not. You know, people, you should have seen it down there in Montgomery, you know. But at the same time, through the Spirit, the Lord, He's going to preserve us from this devil, man. He's going to preserve us from Esau. He's going to preserve us from this wicked, evil man who's going to try to take us out. Matter of fact, let's end it off right here. Proverbs 2, jump down to verse 10. It says, when wisdom enter into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant to thy soul. Right there, the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, man. It have to be pleasing unto your heart. Because, hey, it should be pleasing unto you. Knowing these things, this engrafted word which is able to save your soul. You can be delivered by knowing you can be delivered by wisdom. Like it says, that poor man wisdom who delivered the city. It says, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Understanding what's going on the planet Earth, to deliver thee from the way from the evil man, from the man that speaketh for things. Because it's going to be different laws and legislations. You know, these devils might bring forth the purge law. And a lot of these Edomites are going to get off on that. Because again, one of those things that they enjoy is the bloodshed of the so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, who leave the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked. So basically, they delight in crooked ways. You got to realize it's a sick individual that ruled the planet Earth, man. And this sick individual actually have offspring who's actually more sicker. Again, this little girl, she's a grade A shooter, you know. That time she get 15 to 20, she's gonna be a supreme shooter, man. So yeah, I can just a quick little video. I pray it was edifying. I want to say, call her Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Shalom, DTA, and the Baba Ba.